Lost Tapes is basically started as a side project after I was watching a Tupac documentary, actually. I don't know if you knew that.
No.
You didn't know that?
No.
Okay, so I was watching
I know he's a big inspiration for the
Tupac's
band.
a big inspiration on my emo acoustic music, believe it or not. But so I was Mikey's in another band called Lucretia, who they're doing really well. If you can check them out. Lucretia is
Yes, please. We just released a cover video. I don't know if anybody listens to metal, but
they are more successful than any of the projects I'm involved in
doing
currently.
all right, and it has absolutely nothing to do with me. So don't credit me for that.
Well, they're great peeps, but
they are amazing.
So. What I was saying about Lost Tapes, Mikey was kind of touring with them and going on the road, and I'm like, I have all this acoustic music, and I'm like, you know what? I was like, man, if I die, I'm not even gonna do anything with this music. It's gonna go nowhere. I wasn't really a big fan of acoustic music in general, like indie songs, just kind of like emo indie songs, just on my own for fun because it just felt like me, but It wasn't really something that I liked. So. Really quick fun fact. I got into emo music not because I liked listening to it. So in the very, very beginning, I did not like emo music at all. I did not like indie music at all. And I was like, I just kind of want to write. And then people were like, oh, you sound like these bands. I'm like, oh, fuck, okay. Then I became a fan of that kind of music from the opposite way you would think. So I started writing and I'm like, oh, I guess my natural voice fits into this genre. Right. Well, so I had these kind of these songs in that kind of genre that I didn't really want to do anything with. And I was watching this Tupac documentary. And Tupac, when he died, he had a lot of songs that just kept coming out. And those were his lost tapes. And I was just kind of like, holy shit.
Yeah.
These are my lost tapes if I die. That was just my thought process. And I'm like, lost tapes. Is there a big band with that? And no, there isn't. So I'm gonna trademark that shit soon because
please.
Yeah. Well, now after quarantine, I landed a pretty nice serving gig, and I'm gonna trademark that shit soon, boy.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Thank you, Tupac, for the inspiration.
Thanks, Tupac. Rest in peace. I always liked you more than Biggie. Yeah.
I did too.
Yeah. Well, Biggie had better bangers and club music. For sure. Yeah. But I was never really that type of guy anyway. I was always the deep, artsy fartsy, introspective dude who
I feel that. Yeah.
I was always that guy, and I'm not saying that's what Tupac was, but compared to Biggie,
right. No,
he was more intelligent and just
his words hit a little deeper than Big's do.
They were just
Big
raw
was
as
also
fuck.
really creative with his words, and he was a good storyteller.
Big was
and he could tell fun stories and the words that he used were really fun and shit.
I could see how someone can make the argument that Biggie Smalls was better in different aspects, sure, but Tupac to me, and this is just my personal opinion. Yeah, he just to me Tupac represented more of the raw, fucked up gangster shit.
Yeah,
Biggie's having a good time and still
Girl so
did
fine, I suck her daddy dick.
Yeah, exactly.
That's big shit.
That's
you know what
some
I mean?
Biggie shit.
Yeah.
Tupac's fucking thug life.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't perfect either.
This is what the fucking streets are.
Yeah, this is the fucking thug
saying.
life. And I wasn't about the thug life, never have been, but never will be. But I was God
just
damn,
the realness of it was...
when I obviously he died, but and I knew he died. I was listening to his music, but going up to his death, he almost kind of knew he was gonna die, or he almost kind of he always kind of knew he was gonna be some sort of martyr of something. Now the example he probably was, probably wasn't the best example, and but he stood for something, and he really did. He stood up for what he believed in, and I thought that was always really cool about Tupac. So
yeah, dude. Yeah, and he didn't give a fuck. He didn't give a fuck what anybody said, or he didn't even give a fuck about losing his life.
From an artistic perspective, that is the most dope shit in the fucking world. If you can get in the way that motivates me, I don't want to go causing problems and getting shot. But for me, I would have turned that same creative energy and be like, you know what? How can I express my fearless self, my fearless art? That's where the name comes from, the fearless art. Like, how can I fully express myself to the fullest of my ability? And whenever I saw artists like the Red Hot Chili Peppers or Green Day or Slipknot or Lamb of God, As I Lay Dying, you know, Incubus, just some bands that just really touched my soul. You know, whenever I saw these guys, like, I was like, fuck, like, these people are really expressing themselves through their art and in such a like non-limiting way. And I was like thinking one day I was like, you know, like the opposite of limitation, the opposite of fear, I guess, would be like, you know, love. Obviously I was stoned out of my fucking mind when I was talking like this, but I was just kind of like, you know, thinking about it, and I was like, well, you know what, like, the fearless art would be, and that's the name of one of our bands, the fearless art would be, you know, if I achieved that, I would land amongst the greats, amongst the great rock stars out there who, you know, had these accomplishments for literally just being themselves.